riding a wave or riding the sky, people all over the world are taking things to the extreme. But Sam Calagione is a different kind of extremist. Sam gets his kicks from a different kind of extreme activity, brewing beer. He's a maverick of sorts, as his techniques push the boundaries of what many people think beer is. Sam is the owner of Dogfishhead Craft Brewery in Milton, Delaware.
Extreme brewing as a term in America isn't that old. An extreme beer is one that's either made with more than the usual amounts of traditional ingredients, i.e. an extremely hoppy beer, or a beer brewed with so much barley, that's what contributes sugars, that it's twice as strong as a normal 5% alcohol beer, or an extreme beer is a beer brewed with non-traditional ingredients. So it might only be a 5% alcohol beer, but if you added dried cherries to it or aged it in wood, whiskey barrels for a year, that would make it extreme as well.
Smells delicious.
Craft brewing, I guess, can be broadly defined as breweries that are using the highest quality ingredients to make beer. All malt, no adjuncts, no rice or corn or sugars to lighten and cheapen the product.
What we strive to do here at Dogfishhead is make a consistent product like any other brewery, but in doing that, we're trying to make a product that's unique and interesting for the consumer.
Similar to champagne or fine wine, there are several varieties of Dogfishhead beer that sell for as much as $20 a bottle.
Breweries are more fortunate than vineyards in that our ingredients are more durable. In other words, you don't see very many successful vineyards outside of those traditional regions known for their grape growing terroir, you know? And whereas our ingredients ship very, very well. Hops can be pelletized, they're dried before being used. Barley is kilned, dried before being used in the brewing process. So any place that has any sort of modern level of transportation is capable of brewing world-class beer using world-class ingredients.
What Dogfishhead is doing different from other craft breweries, I think, is that we're just not shy about what we do. We're pretty bold in terms of the flavor that we're packing into every bottle. We use a lot of hops, we use a lot of malt, we use a lot of oddball ingredients. You know, we have a beer that features green raisins in the recipe. We use apricots, we use chicory and coffee, St. John's wort, you know, just anything that we think is something that maybe hasn't been done before, we'll give it a try.
While Farmer's Almanac TV was visiting, Sam was crafting yet another extreme creation tentatively named Red and White, which is made with coriander and tangelo peels. All new extreme ideas are first brewed at the Dogfishhead Brew Pub by brewery manager Mike Gerhardt and his assistant, Katie Muley. Together with Sam, these beers are tested here, and depending on customer response, they either become a one-batch wonder or move on to the brewery for a larger distribution.
The brewing process starts with malted barley. We crush it in our malt mill. From there, it's brought into the brew house and mixed with hot water. From there, that mash is transferred over into what's called the lauter tun, where we separate the sugary liquid that we've just created in the mash from the solid grain material. That liquid is transferred over into the kettle where we boil it, and during that boiling process, we spice the beer with hops. From there, the boiled wort is cooled, aerated, and pitched with pure brewer's yeast. It's fermented, it conditions, it gets filtered, and packaged and sent out.
You can add ingredients as an afterthought or really as a vehicle to drive your marketing, but if the ingredients at the end of the day don't actually enhance the taste and the inherent goodness of the beer and distinction of the beer, then it's a waste of time. We love the fact that there are other great breweries around the country that are thriving next to us. We're just happy to be one of those breweries that is thriving to the extent that we are.